new style type video for me, but I am pumped to talk about this. The new skill pitches just released from Jagex today, and that is sailing, taming, and shamanism. Now, I'm not going to go over this like with much super comprehension, but I do want to talk about what I'm excited for, and hopefully we can talk about what you're excited for in the comments. I'm not going to lie, sailing is like the only one that I feel like really fits into the game, into the old school feel. I'm excited to explore. I've loved this idea since the original pitch, even though I know it failed. And Jagex did do a great job of like really dwelling into what the skill would be. But now they have the most interested skill that the community left Jagex was they wanted a utility skill. Obviously, the second was combat. I'm excited that it's not combat. I just feel like I think the combat triangle in old school RuneScape is pretty strong. And it would be game altering to introduce a brand new combat skill. Obviously, people were talking about just enhancing the skills in different ways, but I do think that it shouldn't be a combat skill. I am excited to see any kind of utility skill. All right, let's get into the first one, sailing. The one I'm excited about, as I mentioned. Whether you're an explorer setting foot on unexplored territory, a fisherman hoping for a monster catch, pirate looking to sink every ship in sight, or even a courier that looking to move goods from A to B, sailing has something to offer everyone. I'm not going to lie, this sounds super exciting to me already. So first thing is you need to go to a port, of course. The second thing is you need to obtain a ship. You'll have plenty to choose from, whether you want to hire one, purchase one, steal one, or even build one from scratch. So that sounds really interesting because I just figured that you might purchase one, but I wonder how you might steal one. Hopefully not from other players. But building one from scratch would be cool too. Or maybe building one like over time, and that's part of the skill, and obviously that incorporates like construction and crafting and other things like that. But once you've obtained your ship, you can set sail and start doing activities. This could include searching for a sea monster, finding new fishing spot, or just seeing what else exists across the far-reaching seas of Gielinor. I just think this can open up almost like new parts of the map as well. If you can sail to other like areas per se, and maybe there's different quests there, there's different unique bosses there, whatever. I'm also excited to see that there might be new food in the game. So like this deep sea fishing would be really cool. But yeah, as they mentioned, they plan to basically bulk up your sailing training with different activities. Deep sea fishing, hunting the sea creatures, navigational challenges where you might have to ship through some sort of obstacle. Pretty fun too. They are looking at the like UI of how we're going to navigate the boat. I just think with this skill, this isn't only going to open up a ton of new things to do or like items to get, but it can contribute the most to existing skills. So like Slayer in my thought, or even crafting or fletching. There could be new mining spots in different areas, different ways to get like fish as mentioned. But I just think overall, like I said, this skill contributes the most to like such an opening of like content. I also like that you'll get to customize your ship and show off your sailing achievements. So it's almost like what you might like a cape you might wear, but you can put it on your boat. That's pretty cool. Sailing is a support skill which lets players command their own seaworthy vessel to unlock, discover, and experience new content on the seas of Gielinor. It provides a wealth of opportunities for us to generate a huge variety of content, no matter what kind of player you are. That is what I think should fit into old school runes. All right, the taming skill, which I do have some like reservation about, but let's see. Discover new and existing creatures around the world and tame them into friendly companions. The core feature of the taming skill is a strong bond between you and your animal companions. It's not about hunting a creature or leasing it as soon as you've done your bidding. You'll need to care for it and build its strength so it can assist you on your adventures. So in my brain, this takes like hunting aspects and summoning aspects actually, which I'm personally glad they're not bringing back just summoning. Capturing these animal companions is what sounds odd to me. Like, is there going to be a specific area or areas that you can only get these creatures? Or, for example, like if you want a dragon, do you go into like a dragon pit and like try and steal their egg or whatever it is? I'm interested on what it means by how we will care for them and like raise them. I also think it's interesting for other accounts like level 3s, like what's going to be the best like taming companion that they can have? Or will it be locked behind like having to do combat or quests or whatever, and certain accounts may not be able to get them? But once you've tamed your creature, the main part of the skill will be looking after it, providing it with food, a new home, keep it active with lots of training. That doesn't sound something like that I would be interested in. It sounds tedious. Sounds like having a real pet, and I just don't want to do that. I think the lore behind pets in the game is that they're random, that you have a random chance of getting one, but once you do get one, it's like an achievement. You don't have to maintain it. Although training an animal companion will increase its level, meaning that its unique abilities become stronger, and they're wanting to offer different ways of these companions to help you train. Some might help you in combat, but they're treading very lightly when it comes to combat, because summoning was such a big deal for that as well. But even after it's like fully grown and you've tamed it, you still have to do things with it, and that just does not sound like something I would want to do. The rewards you would get from interacting with it, though, would be fangs, fins, gills, wings. These are tools that like we don't really have in the game right now, and it would lock new skilling methods. Like I said, this is one of the utility skills that I'm just not really interested in. All right, the third and last one, the shamanism skill. This one's kind of interesting. I'm not going to go into it super deep because it's kind of like intricate. But basically, you'll go around Gielinor and you will gather things like roots, mushrooms, bark, leaves, berries, other naturey stuff. Also, it's saying that there's going to be a tool called a carving knife, it seems, that lets you get different parts of animals from your kills. So like giant bone marrow, hellhound blood, giant frog spleens, and more. They do say that most of the gathered items will be untradeable to avoid skill being viable, that would be better if it was that way, I think. But once you have all these, you bring your components and combine them into a ritual circle. I think this will be how you actually train the skill, but you'll be able to produce new items like tikis, oils, totems. And the one cool thing about this one that I will give it benefit for is it sounds like it will be able to augment your existing gear with different bonuses. I do think having a new skill that contributes to existing skills and content is like a better idea. It's more interesting for people to want to get into the skill, I think. But yeah, that was it. I do think Jagex did a really good job of breaking down these skills and how they came to the community with them. I am excited for this in general. I do obviously prefer sailing, team sailing. I think this would fit into the game the best. But I'm excited to see what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. If you did like this video though, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, because it really does help the channel.